Imagine having a conversation with an avatar that answers your questions and helps you learn in a more engaging way. With the advent of artificial intelligence, we now have the ability to add intelligence to these avatars. So I'm just going to have a brief conversation with one of the avatars. Hello, tell me your name and a little about yourself.
Hi there, I'm Hedy, a Hollywood star known for my roles in films like Algiers. But I'm also an inventor with a focus on frequency hopping technology. Fascinating stuff.
All right. So we can see that we've given these avatars some knowledge, right? So we've given them a certain amount of intelligence and we've narrowed it to some specific areas in knowledge and time. The activity itself is a race. So it's designed to be a breakout activity for multiple teams. Each team gets a car, each team gets to name their car, and then as the facilitator, I start the race. So we can see the cars running. As each team answers questions correctly, they're able to advance their vehicle. Where did you grow up, and where did your fascination with numbers begin?
Well, my fascination with numbers started in my humble childhood home in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. I remember counting just about anything I could get my hands on there. The stairs, the dishes, you name it. Those were simpler times, but they laid the foundation for my lifelong love affair with mathematics.
Okay, so we know that the answer is White Sulphur Springs.
Fantastic. Your answer is as accurate as a well-tuned instrument.
And we can see that our car advanced on the racetrack. So how did we do this? Well, we built the interactions inside of a program called Unity, but really the engine that powers the avatars is something called InWorld. So InWorld acts as a layer on top of a large language model. Let's take a look at Katherine Johnson here. So the Katherine Johnson character is loaded up and we're able to give the character a core description. Okay, this is who you are, but it's also perhaps what is the scenario that we're going through today. So we can provide some motivations. We can give her the type of dialogue and how she will respond, kind of the general moods, and we can even limit the length of her responses. So we can say, you typically like to keep your responses between 10 and 20 words. And so we can just narrow things down. Otherwise, sometimes these characters will get very wordy with you. The real power here is that we can provide personality, knowledge, and cognition. So you can see that by using sliders, we're able to affect mood on the left-hand side here, and we're able to affect personality on the right side here. We can set up a scenario so that perhaps there's a soft skills conversation going on, and I am a new manager, and I'm working with an employee, the avatar, and let's say that the employee has gone through a difficult conversation. Perhaps their trust level is going to be down a little bit. We can add in complete knowledge and cognition. Think of this area of the application as the character's brain. Okay, so this is all of the knowledge that they have. We can link this knowledge to, say, a Wikipedia page. We can handwrite this knowledge, as you can see we've done here. But the other thing that we can do is on the right side here, you can see that I can link to knowledge and cognition documents. That means that, let's say, for example, we expand on that soft skills conversation as a new manager. Well, we can build in a scenario, we can script that scenario here. We can build in knowledge and cognition, but then we can also link to documents on what a good management conversation looks like. What are good de-escalation techniques? How do you speak to a new employee? How do you speak with empathy? How do you speak with good diversity and inclusion? Further down, we can create things, we can script in things like motivations, and we can also give these characters things like long-term memory. That is so that we can go into this conversation, start a conversation, get to a stopping point, then go back into this conversation later on and pick up from where we left off. The bottom line here is that new tools like InWorld are emerging on the stage and is creating a better opportunity for us to create more realistic conversations, sitting these avatars on top of chatbot agents in order to create more interpersonal communications. We see this as being the new model and the new advancement in these artificial intelligence-based conversations.